Don't snap at people, Pete. It's rude.
Snap at me.
Oh, Fina, can you get me a couple rings? You better work this. Leather glove, black nail. I'm talking about the leather glove. Hi, I'm lopsided. Trixie Mattel.
I need a moment. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hi, I'm the.
Just go.
Okay. Hi, I'm the STI clinic that gives you a lot of yelling. Your STI screaming. I'm just gonna do it again. Okay. I'm the limp wrist that could save a life, Trixie Mattel.
And I'm horny for psychos, Katya.
And welcome to the show where we talk about whatever we want.
Because it's our show.
And not yours. Impose. Roommates. Landlords, rentals, leases, geeses.
I want a goose that lays golden eggs.
1,000 a day. I had a landlord once, and I kind of walk with a heavy, I don't know, I guess I let the balls of my feet kind of hit the ground. And so she would always come up and yell at me because she'd be like, I can hear you coming up the stairs every single day.
Oh, she was underneath you.
Yeah, and she said that I walked too hard. She was like, you're up here stomping because you're trying to make me mad. I'm not mad, I'm just going somewhere.
You got flat feet?
I guess. Flat, but small. Her name was Deborah. Her name was
And she went by Deborah? She'd do Debbie or Deb?
Oh no, she went by Deborah. And I remember one time I was on a date, and I had my date at my house. I remember one time he came upstairs, knock, knock, knock.
Wait, his name was Deborah?
No, her husband's name was.
Oh, the husband.
Yeah. And he was like, you're up here screaming and yelling and stomping around and making noise. And I remember saying, you can't talk to me like that, and slamming the door.
Did you really?
Yes.
Good for you.
You can't talk to people like that.
You sure can.
I don't care if it just shot your mom in the face. You can't yell at me.
You had to keep polite discourse.
Yes.
I had a landlady, one of the most fascinating creatures in all of human history. She had oriental rugs in the driveway. I had remember my affliction from a previous episode on the face?
I was gonna say which affliction. In which episode?
Which one? She lived in a stone hut that wasn't like legally zoned out back. And I knocked on the door to give her my rent, and she asked me if I had AIDS.
And?
Because she saw my face and she just said, do you have AIDS?
You're lying.
Do you have AIDS? Not,
You're lying.
Yeah, no.
Because you had scabs?
No, they were like, I guess they looked a little legionish. They were like patches of like dry red skin.
My first landlord's name was Miroslav.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, Miroslav. And I remember I was moving in with my boyfriend, and we were both like 18, and he was like, well, you know, when people are young and they stay together, they break up, they still have to play the lease. And I remember us being like, we're in love. How dare you insinuate? We broke up. So then I had to move in and find another roommate. Her last name was Booty. Her last name was Booty. So anyway, Miroslav, I remember it was winter and my responsibility was to shovel. And sometimes I would forget because I'm 18. And one time he called me and he said, your tenants are me in the face with your
Me in the face with your.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Stop me in the face with your.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Wow.
So it was a lot.
I lived in a walk-up in Boston, and the landladies were two ancient Greek women, like in their 90s. One was skinny, one was fat. Yeah, but then they had to walk up 3 flights of stairs to get to their apartment. It was on the top, and one of them died on the toilet. My roommate had to go up there, so the fat one was crying. She'd come down to our apartment, no English, and came up. She had died on the toilet. She died on the toilet, mama. Dead on the toilet.
Like Elvis.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
What a way to go. Well, you've got to go. Gotta go right. Whole new meaning to that.
Yeah.
Gotta go right now.
Well, what about this one? My responsibility is at the tram shed, treehouse loft. I had to, I had to shovel the driveway and then ice pick it. It was a long driveway. Oh, there was also a daycare underneath in the first floor. And once while I was cleaning the stove,
Did they know you lived there? You lived in the attic above a daycare with an ice pick?
My first task was planting pine trees in the yard during a blizzard. It was a
perfect time of year to do it.
It's too much.
She said,
yeah. It was literally a blizzard, like literally a nor'easter blizzard. And I was like, surely she, I won't do, nope, I did it. And while I was cleaning the stove one day, she said, unprovoked, intercrural sex is a feasible option for those unwilling to do sex. As in, if you have a partner and you don't want to have penetration, just have them slide it between your thighs. I wasn't asking about any sexual advice.
Listen, I've got creases.
What does that mean? Did you ever do any shenanigans?
What does that mean?
Burn the place to the ground.
Stuff like that, yeah.
No. I mean, I've never really had any problems like that.
Mice infestations?
No.
Oh, I had a good rodent one. I had all these traps, these like black box traps, or like little covered wagons, and you see a little tail out when you get them.
Oh, shit.
Every few days I'd get a good one. You know, you just...
Every few days?
Every few days. Yeah, there's probably a dozen rats that I had to deal with. However, so all the traps were set, went on Christmas break. Came back, and as soon as I got in the entryway, we're on the second floor, I was like, oh, I knew it. Behind the stove, green slime, a pool, out of the trap. It was like something other than this world.
Did you guys work at a bar where there was dead rats?
Oh yeah, yeah, but I mean, you know, that's work.
My refrigerator died in my garage in the middle of Los Angeles summer.
What did you have in there?
It wasn't mine. My roommate had a bunch of raw meat in there. And I came home from tour like, I have been cross-dressing for weeks. Open the door, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What the face?
Maggots fell out.
Maggots? Are you serious?
A wall of maggots fell out at my feet. And I called TaskRabbit, and I said, you need to get down here. I need to bring duct tape, I need to tape it shut and take it to a dump. My roommate was like, well, we could clean it out. I'm like, we're not putting food in that ever again.
No.
I don't care.
No.
We're not at a point in our lives where we need to like clean out maggots. If something has maggots in it, it's gotta go.
Yeah. I would love to own property and be the landlord. I can't decide if I want to go like tenement slumlord or like more like a new agey kind of a guide. Like where I say, I'm not the landlord, I'm your friend.
Completely.
You know what I mean?
They wake up and you've let yourself in.
I took the liberty of saging the apartment.
You have a bunch of crystals in a pan and you go, are you hungry? And you flip them. And it's like an amethyst. Also, like, they're sitting in the living room watching a movie and only halfway through the film do they realize you've been hanging from the ceiling, one of those yoga ropes, upside down. Or you come to knock on the door to collect rent and you're wearing one of their outfits. And they're like, is that mine? It's ours.
Are you a person that feels comfortable approaching a neighbor or
I feel comfortable doing anything because I'm comfortable with who I am in this moment. Okay. What are you asking?
Like if somebody's making too much noise or they need, you know, like I'm the type of person who would just complain about it and let it fester and be resentful rather than go to the...
Do you wanna know what I would do?
What would you do?
Okay, you be the loud neighbor. Make some noise.
That's
not the noise!
Oh, what is it?
Let's say you, I don't know, you're...
Talking loudly on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So Greg, like I told you, I gotta take those over to the library books back to the shelter. Hold on. Hello?
Excuse me? I live downstairs. and you are being a...
Yeah, why don't you me in the face with them?
You're loud. And you don't live above, you live above me, but you're not above me. Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That being said, I've never gone to a door and knocked on it and said anything.
Okay.
Have you?
Never.
If you're having a party in your house, you should tell your neighbors. People will get mad about the noise they didn't expect. They won't get mad about a noise you told them about.
Yeah, like I would say I'm gonna have sex with my boyfriend in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and you should every time go downstairs and say like, it's coming. I just took, what is it, a Cialis?
Just took a Cialis.
Yeah, I just inserted my Cialis.
Just waiting for my nerve pill to kick in.
You insert it, right?
Yeah.
At the pee hole?
Yeah, okay.
Oh. I just shoved a pipe cleaner up my to use as a splint.
Like recently, there was, I've learned that there was no heat in the apartment. Or that maybe there is, I just don't know, but I haven't checked. That's the point. And so like for a whole week straight, I was like walking around in my apartment with like clothes, 2 pairs of socks on, and then a blanket and a hat.
Yeah.
And I felt like a prisoner in my own house. I felt like I was in the movie The Revenant.
Never seen it.
I haven't either, but it's cold in that movie.
Living
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, rents due.
Rentals, roommates, landowners.
Month to month. Long-term leases. Litigious landlords.
Security deposits.
Oh, have you ever gotten a security deposit back?
Every time?
Okay.
Listen, have you ever lived with someone?
You're not ready for all this.
It's hard to live with a drag queen because we have a lot of
that's
stuff.
awful. Yeah.
However, I'm the most fabulous roommate because I'm like, here's 3 months rent, I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah, it's true.
What is a roommate rule breaker? For you personally, Stephen Marie Smith.
Oh, having people over, like a large gathering. And I don't like sharing food very much.
Well, you don't have any.
Well, but I like 2 foods at a time, and if they take one, I'm gonna get upset.
Don't you think there's some mutual, like, I'm making eggs, you should ask the other person if they want eggs?
Sure.
There is some ways to have like mutual, consistent acknowledgement that you live with someone.
Yeah. I think.
I guess this is the shape I'm doing now with my body. So, when I'm having a roommate, I do a lot of this. Hey.